I really saw evil that night. As much as I hate that it had to happen because it woke my little ass up and put me on this journey, and look where I'm at now. I remember waking up in that ambulance. Why is he so happy that he saved me?
Hi, everybody. I'm your host, Jenna, and today Tanya's come to tell us her story, all the way from West Virginia. Welcome to Starve the Demon.
Ew.
So, Tanya, tell us who you are.
I'm a 46-year-old mother of 3 5.5 years sober.
That's amazing. Your parents, they weren't addicts. Your father was a pastor. What was your early childhood like?
My parents were good people. My mom was a choir director. When I was little, if I did something wrong, mom was like, "What's everybody at church for?" And then you're going to church for a month.
So they used church as a punishment?
Yeah. And then those kids would make fun of me because I was the poor kid. My dad was a little rebel himself until he became a pastor. And that's when our relationship changed because suddenly I wasn't good enough. And then in the church, I'm watching my dad preach, who tells all tales. Let me tell you, that can push you the wrong way. And that's exactly what it did.
I get it.
I was molested as a child, 4 to 7. My dad would take in people trying to help them, or maybe they were giving dad money to stay. I'm not sure. There's something nobody really wants to talk about but me. There was 7 total molested me as a child in places like
Oh
the
my
porch,
goodness.
the playroom, all the places a kid just loves to be.
Right.
They took. Yeah.
Now,
So
did you tell anybody about this?
nothing happened until 13. Cousin tried to rape me on the front porch, and my other cousin ripped him off me, and she said, "You got to tell your mom." And when this happened, everything came flooding in that had happened. I guess it triggered it. My psychiatrist said it was repressed memories, just overflooded me because that brought out the trauma. I relived it basically.
Right.
And I tell my mom, she's like, "Are you sure this is not some idea you've concocted in your head?" I called grandma. Grandma was bam, right there. Get in the car, you're going with me. Then grandma died. I went nuts. Then I was angry. I wanted to hurt people. I was so angry. And
Right.
mom sent me away, and it was the best thing she could have ever done for me. For 6 weeks, I was in the Hearst House in Winchester, Virginia, which was an adolescent treatment center. They actually wanted me to write a letter to my molesters. And I'm like, I ain't doing it. You know what? This year I wrote the letter. I forgave them. Do
Wow.
you know how freeing that was?
I do. I do. Because you had been carrying that your whole life.
I have. I'm being church raised. I thought I was like tarnished goods because when you grow up with things in your head and sex is bad, and these guys were like, if you tell your parents, you're going to get in trouble. So I immediately knew it was bad, and then I know sex without marriage is bad. So as a little child, in my mind, I grew up thinking I'm worthless. I'm tarnished. I thought it was my fault
Sure.
until I was about 23 after I was in therapy 16 to 23, all that time. I thought I was over it. But then what I realized is each time my daughters turned the age that it started to happen with me, it set off triggers I didn't even know I had just because they were at that age that it happened.
Right. And you hadn't really dealt with that trauma of
I
your
thought I
own.
did, but I didn't. Hindsight, I was trying to escape. I felt unloved. I felt like my family didn't care about me. And I often feel this way still. But at the end of the day, the love I've been searching for, I had it the whole time. I know I've got some church hate issues. I found everything I've been looking for in the Bible. And somehow the Bible is healing my trauma. I can't even explain the wild things that have been happening without almost sounding crazy to some people. And I don't want to sound crazy. Through the Bible, I found love. I found everything I've been looking for, and now I'm trying to pick my life back up. And that's what brings me here
That's
to you
amazing.
today. I'm trying to earn my place in heaven. and I'm trying to get as many people there with me as possible. And I guess try to rewrite things that have happened in my family.
How did you lose your daughter?
Meth addiction, prescription drugs. She was taken from me by the state of West Virginia. When I lost her, it destroyed me. I knew nothing but being a mother. I quit paying bills and neglected my entire life because I didn't want to live anymore. I'm still dealing with grief, and then I went through empty nest because my older two grew up and now they got their own thing going, and it's
Yeah.
just been lonely. It's hard to continue to do the right thing. I was 29. I got arrested. I was driving to Maryland to get the new drug bath salts, is what they called it. And people were eating people's faces
Oh my
off.
God.
Yeah. So I'm crossing the state border getting this, and I end up getting arrested and tackled at 7-Eleven parking lot at like 3 a.m. in the morning by 3 cops. It was real fun. And guess what, though? I had lost faith, and I end up in jail with a pastor's daughter from Kaiser who'd been going to that same store to get the same drug. And this girl brought my faith back. Now, whole time I was in an unhappy relationship, and I'm driving around praying to God, give me a vacation. Give me a vacation. But guess what? I didn't realize that at this time, God doesn't always answer your prayers the way you want him to. Girl, he gave me a vacation.
Right.
Not the one I wanted, but I got it. I got it, and I learned from it.
I'm so glad that you're making that point. Because
Yes.
careful what you pray. God's not a genie. He does
Let
for
me
you,
tell
not to
about
you.
this. So this past year, I told you that I'm learning. I start realizing, be careful what you pray for. I'm going to stop praying for patience because I keep dealing with
girl,
all
don't
these
never pray for
people
patience.
that are testing my patience.
Listen, you are sure right. When you pray for patience, God gives you stuff to be patient about. I always say, God, give me peace instead of strength. You give me strength, I'm going to whoop somebody's ass.
Right. Yes, a lot. Yes.
You can ask God for a cake. He's going to give you milk, flour, eggs, sugar.
Amen. Yes.
Oh, because God's got a sense of humor. And sometimes I am the punchline.
And I'm a little rebel, and I'm stubborn. And he gets fed up, and he's like, Tanya, I'm going to whip you
he'll
into
sit you
shape right
down.
now, girl. And then I listen.
Oh, he will sit you down.
Oh, I know.
Absolutely.
Me losing everything. Girl, that humbled me too. It just did so much to me. I can't even explain it. But if all this had not happened, I wouldn't be doing everything I'm doing now. I wouldn't be doing my Bible verses, and I wouldn't be helping all these people. I can't even begin to tell you how much my life has changed.
You can't go back and make a better past, but you can make this moment the best it can be, and you can make your future awesome. And what you do can touch and help other people. And that is what we
Amen.
are called to do.
He's going to sort it out, all of it. We
He's
just
gonna
need
sort
to
'em out.
be our best self. That's what I'm trying to do,
Right.
and encourage everybody else to be their best selves too, and help
And that's
whoever I
awesome.
can along the way.
When did you first start using drugs or alcohol?
I first smoked weed when I was 16. I didn't really get into full-blown addiction until 29, 30. Before then, I was managing everything.
And now at that time, because I know when you were 17 and you started, we're dealing with trauma and drama and chaos. So when you were a little older, in your late 20s, do you feel like you were still using drugs to escape this trauma you had not dealt with?
I was putting myself in bad relationships.
When did drugs stop being fun for you? When did you realize that you had a problem with the drugs?
About 33. I was codependent. I got the bright idea to go get on Suboxone to help us both. And then he started stealing my medication and leaving me in like unmedicated stupors and put me in this psych ward on Thanksgiving. And I wasn't even married to him. Yeah, because he was taking my meds. And you know what, girl? I went in there and stuck up for him. And the doctor was like, look, he won't bring in your medication. There's no medication in your system. This doctor's prescribing you this, and this. We know something's up. I had his back, but the nurses got to me because I did talk to them. And
Sure.
I went home and I kicked his ass out, and I quit drugs
Good for
shortly
you.
thereafter. Yeah,
Did you have like a rock bottom moment where you just knew I'm done?
absolutely. My middle daughter, uh, on her senior prom night, I had went over to get her ready, and I was sick, but I thought if I took meth, I could make it through. We get in a huge fight, which throws me into like this tantrum, and I'm going to end my life. And I'm driving home. And then I decide all of a sudden I want to dance at whatever time. So I stop at a bar. I took a shot of my mixed drink, and I don't even remember what it was. But when I did this, I had a temperature of 104.2. My oxygen level dropped. My blood pressure shot up, and I went to the bathroom, passed out in the bathroom, woke up. My underwear, my dress was ripped off me. And after they kicked me out the bar, as I walk out to my car, I'm dropping my keys. Nobody, can I help you? It's white trash, junkie, piece of shit, whore.
My God.
And I blame the alcohol. They were all drunk. And when I was a child, they were drinking. So alcohol
Mm.
is another thing in my life. Active alcoholics can, because they can be mean. I really saw evil that night. And as much
Yeah.
as I hate that it had to happen because it woke my little ass up and put me on this journey, and look where I'm at now.
I'm so sorry.
I remember waking up in that ambulance, and a first responder is over top of me. He had just got done doing CPR, and he's like, "We got her. We got her." And he was so happy. This is where I was at. I was like, why is he so happy that he saved me? The irony of that night was I wanted to kill myself, and then when I got to my car and after I went through all that, I had my bottle of Xanax in my hand, but I didn't do it.
Mm.
My bottle was still in my hand, full, when they pulled me out the car and put me in the ambulance. So once again, here I am saying I want to die. I want to die. Then I decide I don't want to. Well, guess what, Tanya? You done prayed for it. I'm going to show you this is
Mm.
not what you want.
It's not real, and
Amen.
you won't convince me it's not a demon. That's a demon named
Well,
addiction, and
I
you can't
mean,
convince me
think
otherwise.
about it. It's been coming at me my whole life trying to put me down. But finally, at 46 years old, I'm starting to rise from it. Took me long enough.
Yay!
That's
Never too
right.
late.
That's right.
So we know that addiction cost you your relationship with your daughter.
Even though I've been sober 5.5 years, I'm
Right.
not allowed to see her or talk to her. The state of West Virginia forced me to sign over my parental rights without a
Okay.
lawyer. There's not too much I can do about this.
You've been in jail, done some time. Is there anything else that you would say that your addiction cost you?
It's cost me love for myself, and it put me in a deeper, darker patch of despair because I already had trauma. And then you add addiction and the stupid things you do in addiction.
Kind of compounding the trauma that's already
Yeah,
there. You
I
just did
just
more
added
trauma.
extra chaos, extra drama. None of it was worth it. And I
I
realize
get,
that
I
now.
really
I believe addiction stems from Satan himself. Blind, but now I see. And I thought I saw. My whole life I thought I saw. Girl, I ain't seen nothing till this year. That's the truth.
once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't go back.
Right, right. You gotta just keep going. Our darkness sometimes keeps us from seeing the beauty, and we can let it
Yes.
swallow us and suck us up and be drowned in our misery. But why? Why?
Well, let me tell you something that I think of that helps me when I'm in those dark places. I remember that the sky is always blue, right? Now,
Yeah,
the sky doesn't always look blue because there's clouds and there's rain and there's night and there's all sorts of stuff. But all of that is just between me and the blue sky. The sky is still blue. No
yeah,
matter how many
yeah.
clouds go in front of it, just because I can't see it doesn't mean that it's not blue. And that to me is what faith is like. Like I know that God is there. I
Right,
may
because
not be able to see it, but I know that it's there.
right.
So I don't know. That helps me.
Yeah, reading the Bible's definitely helping me. It's healing me.
Do you have a favorite verse from the Bible that you'd like to share?
Matthew 7:7, ask and you shall receive. I often struggle because I keep always starting over. I want to go to Liberty to be a Christian counselor and psychologist. I had texted the family doctor I have in Romney. I'm like, I'm trying to go to college to better my life. It'd be great if somebody donated a laptop. And then I'm reading Matthew 7:7. My phone goes off, and it's my doctor, Chad Hot. Tanya, I'm going to donate you this laptop. Come get it Monday.
That's
And
great.
it was like,
That's
somebody gave me
awesome.
$1 million. I love them. They have been a big part of my sobriety journey too. Because when I broke out of
That is
rehab,
great.
I went marching into old Chad's office and I said, I need you to help me. I need to get sober, but I ain't doing it like that.
Yes, I know that you haven't worked the 12 steps. You went to rehab, but you left rehab. So if you had to tell somebody this is the path of my recovery, how would you describe that?
I think my recovery was a little harder than it had to be. I tried to go to local NA meetings, but either you love me or you hate me. And a lot of people hate me.
Those group meetings, and I'm going to tell you this because I know you're not familiar with those programs, but also for the audience, the program is sound. The people are not the program, whether it's AA or NA. The book, the literature, the steps, the spiritual principles, those are sound. There is nothing like talking to somebody else that understands. That's what the fellowship is. That's your support group. That is not your end all be all. How many times did you try to get clean before it actually worked?
A lot, but my heart was never 100% in it until after the night in Romney. And then I relapsed 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm perimenopausal, so I lack energy. That was my excuse.
You just quit cold turkey.
Did, and that was rough. Shouldn't have done it that way, but that's how I did it. I never even got out of detox before I broke out. It was crazy,
Mm.
but I got through it.
Praise Jesus.
I did do it the
No,
hard way.
well, I'm glad you said it. That cold turkey on your own is definitely the hard way. Oh, how do you handle stress and cravings today?
I don't get cravings anymore, but boy, we get stressed. You got to recognize your own coping skills. Like I love nature. I love to hike. You can put me in front of a pond or creek or river, and I will just completely be in Zen mode. Music, reading the Bible, spending time with my daughter. I just use my coping skills.
What do you believe is the biggest misconception people have about addiction?
And a lot of people don't think it's a disease. They think that drug addicts can't change or can't be better, but they can. We can. Everybody can. We can be better. Living, breathing proof right here. Living, breathing proof right there.
I'm a miracle and so are you. If someone is struggling right now, what do you want them to know?
I want them to know that they are not alone. They do not have to do this alone. And I want them to know that if they try to do it alone, it is going to be so much harder. There are easier ways to do it than I did. And there's a whole community of recovering addicts out here. They want to help simply for no other reason than they are good people. They want to help you become better.
What advice would you give to somebody that has relapsed or just doesn't think that they can find recovery?
Hey, it's okay. You can do this. Give yourself grace. Tomorrow's another day. Wake up, dust your boots off, do it all over again. You can recover. So many of us do it every day. Get out your head and just look at the people around you. If one person can do it, certainly you can.
What are you most grateful for today?
I'm grateful that I am alive and that I have found the love of my true Father, God, whose Son, Jesus Christ,
Yay!
lives inside of me. I never thought I'd say that, but I'm happy to be alive. Like, that's huge.
You give back. That's how I came across you. You and I met on Facebook. Tell me about your Facebook page and how that got started.
The name of my Facebook page is Love and Sobriety. I want to change the world. No joke. There's so much hate and anger. The Bible says we need to love like Jesus. How are you going to bring somebody to God if you're making them hate your God? Okay, about a year ago, started looking at life differently, and I just wanted to be happy. So I started unlearning learned patterns that I've developed from childhood up until now. Somehow it went from just trying to be happy to reading the Bible. And I have had the most awe inspiring experiences. It's been nothing but great.
So,
So,
what I'm hearing you say is that you went from looking for happy to finding Jesus and discovering joy.
yes. And I've also found a new family. In my addiction, I broke a lot of relationships with my family members.
What kind of content do you share on Love and Sobriety?
An assortment of people of vast differences that offer their help in you in helping others recovery. And we've got a little bit of everything. There's more than one way to recover. Go
It's
ahead.
not aimed toward one particular type of addict. It doesn't promote one
Right,
particular type of recovery. It's an open
right.
thing for everybody and anybody.
Get a group of people that are very different, and we're not all the same. Not point is we need to love people. Trying to love
Yes.
people through their sobriety, no matter
And
what
you have to
stage
meet them
they're in.
where they're at. Because the person that's got 2 days sober needs different things than the person that's got 10 years.
I just want everybody to know that you can absolutely do it. Be happy, see the beauty all around you, even if it's dark. That's all I got to say.
Amazing.
And have the
I,
best
so,
day ever.
absolutely. Tanya, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story with us today. I really appreciate it. If something you heard today helped you, encouraged you, reminded you that you are not alone, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with somebody that might need to hear it. Check the description below. You'll find links to Tanya's Facebook page, YouTube channel, and all the places you can connect with her and follow her recovery journey. As always, this is Starve the Demon, recovery by any means necessary. Love everybody and let God sort them out. Keep coming back. We're going to keep coming back. Bye.
Bye, y'all.